Oh, baby, we're back.
We are live. Friday. What's up, guys? Happy Friday to you. How you doing, Dakota?
I'm doing just fine, man. It feels good to be back. It feels good to be back in the Friday Live flow, Friday Live flow state.
We took we took last week off, a little vacation, taking some time with the family for Labor Day. We're back at it for TikTok part 2. So thanks for coming and hanging out, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Facebook, or maybe you're watching a replay, thanks for coming and hanging out. We are here and we are answering your questions live. So throw them into the comment section below and we'll dive in. But yeah, we're talking TikTok today. It's gonna be fun, dude.
Let's go. Yes, we did part 1 of this training 2 weeks ago. And so 2 weeks ago. Yep. And if you missed part 1 of this training, it's in the Facebook group. It's also on our YouTube channel. Just scroll down a little bit on the Facebook group, go to our YouTube channel. We've got a whole section on Facebook trainings, or live trainings rather. That's where you'll find them. What's awesome about that is that we've actually got probably 15, 20, maybe even more live trainings on both of those places. So if you're ever like, hey, I don't know what this is that you keep talking about, whether it's a VSL funnel or how to optimize Facebook ads or, whatever it is, look on our YouTube channel. We've uploaded all of our live trainings there. They're also in the Facebook group. I know it's a little harder to find because you might have to scroll a little bit, but all of these are free to access in all of those places. So if you haven't yet looked in those places, I highly recommend you do. But that being said, today we're going into part 2 of TikTok. So what are we covering today, Caleb?
Yeah. So last week we went over basically kind of the foundation of getting like the account set up. What does it look like to get your campaign going and things? But we ran into one issue in the middle of that training, which was that we needed to get a pixel set up and we needed to get that installed so we could check out events and all that stuff before we were actually able to launch the campaign. So that's what we're going to dive into. This is part 2. But even though like this is part 2, if you still got questions that maybe like we answered last week, or you've got things that you're like, hey, I'm not sure kind of where we're at, seriously, just like comment. We're here, we're doing it live. So like we can jump around and kind of customize this to make it helpful for you. So but our focus today is definitely going to be the pixel and the event tracking. So
let's go. Yes. So I've got everything pulled up. The one thing I'll say here is that this training is going to be pretty nitty gritty. So if you're a complete newbie to online advertising and you have questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. We've talked a little bit about pixel setup for Facebook and Google and event setup. So this is going to be kind of similar to that. But really what we're going to do is jump into the TikTok business manager. And we're going to start kind of poking around in the events manager, the audience manager, kind of showing some options that we have to make our ads that much better. So this is much more of like a holistic view of how to set up some pixel tracking for TikTok, the simplest way to do so, and then how to get some audiences that we really want to use. So again, if you have questions, throw them in the chat. And if you're watching this later on, you can go to our group and ask questions there and we'll get back to you as well. So here we go. I'm going to share my screen. Always takes me a second because we've got multiple windows here. There we go. Yeah. I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to actually move a couple things around so I can still see you guys really quick. Awesome. I'm going to throw you over here. Okay, sweet. So here we go. This is going to be where we live for TikTok Business Manager. So I'm going to actually go into here, and this is going to take us to our Adclass Business Manager, which we created last week. And what's cool about this is that it's going to look somewhat similar to Facebook. So we've talked about that a little bit. TikTok has taken a ton of, inspiration. You could call it inspiration from Facebook and Meta's ads manager. So that's good for us because we like Meta ads and we're able to kind of move around pretty freely about the cabin as we go through here. So I'm going to go back into our campaign view. This is where we were last week, and our draft campaign is actually still in here as well. So I don't need to do anything with this yet, but if you remember, one thing that we ran into, as Caleb mentioned, was we didn't have a pixel set up yet last week. So that's what we're going to fix today if it wants to load for us. All right, cool. So we wanted to drive for website conversions, but we didn't have a pixel set up to track those website conversions. So when I got to the ad group level, let me click here, it it basically didn't give me the option for optimization event because I didn't have any pixels selected here, right? So there's no pixels. So that's what we have to fix. All right, so let's do it. First off, we're gonna go up to the tools menu here. When we're at the tools menu, this is gonna give us all of the different things that TikTok allows us to do. So we have the audience manager, we can manage comments in here as well on our ads. We've got the creative library, instant page editor. That's if you want to actually design a quick landing page that actually lives in TikTok for your ads, which is pretty cool. The video editor, of course, the classic TikTok editor. We've got some rules that we can set. We've got catalogs for products. If you are an e-com store, you can upload all of your products here, link them to Shopify, create a catalog for yourself. But this is where we're going to live today, which is the events tab. So I'm going to actually click into here. And it's going to take me to this screen. So I know that we're going to be sending traffic to a website, okay, not an app. And we're not going to be using offline conversions here. So we're going to use things that happen on our website. So I'm going to manage these here. This is going to take me to another screen. And this is where I can actually create my pixel. So it's going to want me to verify my identity first, probably. Let's see. Give me 2 seconds here. They're about to send me a text. One thing about two-factor, while we're waiting for two-factor, it might seem like a big pain in the butt, you know, to get a text code every single time.
So worth it.
Caleb, why is it worth it?
It's so worth it because I cannot tell you guys how many horror stories we've heard from people that have come to us. In fact, there's one member in particular of our group who literally had to go through this, like, I don't know, this was like probably a month or two ago, Dakota, but their account got hacked. So someone figured out the password, the person's Facebook password. This was on Meta. So figured out the person's Facebook password, logged in, and literally started launching ads out of their business manager for like some scammy affiliate type offer. Like totally like out of the control of the people who actually own the account, and was spending their advertising dollars. And I think, I want to say, Dakota, it was like 40 grand or something like that. It was like somewhere between like 30 to 50 grand in spend that this person just like basically stole. And long story short, like obviously the business owner was in a panic, freaked out. We were able to like help them with like getting in contact with like the right Meta support. After like, I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks of back and forth, they got the refund and they got everything back. But like, this is why it's insanely important, guys. Like, security on your accounts is no joke, because people that like, if they want to hack you, like, your credit card is attached here and they can launch whatever they want. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, it's worth the extra 2 minutes of getting a text.
It's so worth it. And I think two-factor, huge. Don't skimp on two-factor. It's not going to be good for you. Okay. So for some reason though, you know, as it goes, I can't verify it here because they didn't send me a text, but that's okay. I'm going to still set up web events. I think it's going to let us here. So they give you some options here. When you say set up web events, you basically have two options: a partner setup or a manual setup. We're going to take the manual setup. And then we're going to give the pixel a name. So this is just going to be our Adclass pixel. And we're going to click next, and it's going to create it for us. So if you guys don't know what a pixel does, there's other trainings in the group, but at a really high level, the pixel is just going to track people that interact with your website. So if someone clicks on an ad and goes to your website, if you don't have a pixel on there to track them, it's basically a black hole. And the ad platform now has no idea what happened after they clicked. So you really, really want to have a pixel on all of your website pages, because if you don't, you're just throwing away money. Basically, you're getting people to your page and then you have no clue what they're doing on that page. So this is huge. This helps us optimize for the right types of people for your ads. All right, so it's kind of interesting the way that they've done this now. This is actually a new template, so we're going to learn it together here. So it says build business funnel. This funnel should reflect the user journey on your website. All steps are set up for optional and skippable, but can enhance reporting and empower your ad delivery strategy. This is pretty cool. So awareness, basically they're asking us, is there an event that we can add here that would mean that the sort of the awareness stage has been reached? So for me, I think basically someone hitting our landing page is going to be, you know, good enough for awareness. So we can kind of look through these. And probably of all of these are different events that people can do. Probably of all of these, I would say view content is probably going to be our awareness one. What would you say, Caleb?
Yeah, I agree with that.
Cool. So I'm going to drag that over here, and view content is going to be our awareness one. Now, in the funnel that we're going to be sending traffic to, I don't have it open here, but let me actually go to adclass.com. Actually, it's vid.adclass.com. Let's see where this takes us. Yeah, sweet. So this is basically the landing page here. And so this is where I'm going to put that first snippet of code. And then a little button pops up down here after a certain period of time that lets people click into the second page. So if they click that button and make it to the second page, I think that's probably a good identifier that they're a somewhat qualified lead, right? And so for TikTok, we want that to be something like, let's see, probably a completed registration. Now we're not asking for contact info though there, Caleb. So we could go one of two ways here. We could do view content on that page.
Yeah.
Or we could just do a different one here, right? So we could say like clicked button.
Yeah. That sounds, yeah, I'd say click button probably would make sense for what we've got going here.
I wonder if it will let us tag that even if they don't click a button. Let's see. TikTok recommends tracking website buttons important to your business, such as social media buttons. Okay. Complete registration. Download.
To be honest, I mean, like we could always just fire it on like the page afterwards, like the completed registration on the next page.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's do that for now. And then the last one is we're going to ask them to actually book a call with our team. So for that one in here, probably submit form would work because I don't see a schedule. Let's see. Yeah, so submit form is probably the one that we'll want because they're gonna have to fill out some questions. So yeah, view content, complete registration, and submit form. I think those three are pretty good. And then for this, we have some options for how we actually want to install the code. So we've got server-to-server integration with custom codes. We're not going to do that today. That's going to be a more in-depth training that you guys are probably going to check YouTube out for. There's some people who are wizards with Conversions API. This is basically server-side tracking that gets a little complex. So we're going to actually just do, let's see. Yeah, we're going to do custom code.
Yeah.
And we're going to click next. Sweet. So for the view content event, it's going to be basically ask us, what do we want to send through for this event? So we're not going to have any currency involved. We're not asking people to pay for anything. So we're going to uncheck that. We also won't really have a content ID because it's not ecom. So that's, only going to be relevant for products basically that we're sending through, but right. Content name and content type, those might be decent. Let's see. Actually, I don't think we need any of those because they're mostly ecom based. Mm-hmm. Email, we definitely want to pass through, and phone number if they put it in. That's good. That's fine. Completed registration, I'm going to deselect all the same ones. It's really, I just want the email and contact info to pass through. Click next there. Sweet. Now here's where it gets interesting. So basically, it's the exact same process you would take to install a Metapixel or a Google tracking code. So you could do this through Tag Manager, but for today, we're just going to do it through the actual custom code here. So when you click on this button here, first off, I'm going to turn on advanced matching, which basically just makes it that much more accurate for the pixel. I'm going to click this button here for view instructions, and it's going to give me my pixel code. So this pixel code, we basically just need to be on the header of our website. So if you don't know what that means, basically there's code, and typically with any of the website builders you'll use, you can just place this code right in the header of your website, which is basically tells it to fire first. Okay, so this code is going to load before the rest of the page loads, and that's how we know that it's going to be accurately tracking. So I'm actually going to unshare my screen really quick because I need to switch to our funnel builder so that I can show you guys how to install this code. So
if you want me to hop in really quick, I'm here.
Oh, are you on the Go High Level?
Yeah.
Perfect. I will post the code for you, Caleb, in the private chat here.
Okay, cool. Just try to save you some time.
Oh, actually, it's not enough space. I'll send it to you in Slack. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
All right, cool. Let me get my screen shared here. Cool. Okay. Let me grab the code that you just sent me, and then I'll snag this install. Okay. So the code you just sent me is just for header, right?
Yep.
So yeah, so what we'll do here, guys, is like basically, I mean, this is Go high level. You know, you can also use ClickFunnels, Unbounce, Lead Pages, all very much like similar funnel building tools. This is just Go high level. So what we've done is we've gone over here to our site section. We've clicked on the funnel that we're going to be working on. If I click settings here, it's going to allow me to edit basically head tracking code that I can just put throughout the whole funnel, right? So if I put this here, it means that this script, right, this script that Dakota just pulled from the TikTok Business Manager, now I can just copy and paste that right here, and it's going to be installed on all of the pages that are inside of this funnel. So the thing that's nice about that is it means that I don't have to go through each funnel page and like add in this like top code. Now I still want to add the event specific code to those pages, which we'll talk about in a second, but this at least ensures that we have it on like the main tracker is on all of the pages right at once. So if I click save, we now have that installed on all the pages.
Okay, awesome. I will reshare here then, because they're basically, Caleb just mentioned, now that you have that on the pages, that's what's going to basically fire on every page. So now at least we know that users are getting tracked when they are on our website, right? Or at least on that funnel. However, we don't actually have anything that's going to tell us if they completed a registration, submitted a form, or viewed content, because we haven't actually set these 3 events up to fire on any specific event, right? So they exist here in the pixel. I went back to the pixel here, and you can see that they exist, but there's no recent activity, which makes sense because we haven't set them up yet, right? So what we want to do here is we actually want to go into each of these events, and let's see, where's the setup button? Might not give us the code here. We might have to just go on and find it. But let's see. Health, view data, edit. Okay, so the event code is listed here, and this is the code that we're gonna have to use, but we need to know one more piece. And so for that, I'm going to go to my old friend Google, which is TikTok event code snippets. I'm just gonna Google that. And here's a link right here. This is what we're going to want: standard events and parameters. So this is going to tell us how we want to fire these events. So here are the event codes, right? They're showing us all of the event codes. But we just want to know what the actual snippet needs to be. So TTQ track is what it is. Eventable code, but I want to see if they give me that TTQ.
It's a simplified version of that.
Yeah.
A little bit shorter.
About parameters, content type. Okay, so those are all the different ways we can modify the code. Here we go, TTQ track, add to cart, event builder. This is the joy of learning Pixel setup, because each platform has it a little bit different. So on Facebook, it's like FPQ track, and then you put in the info. But on TikTok, it's going to be slightly different. So we want to make sure we get that right.
I was going to say, you might be able to just use like the initial part of that code without sending any of the like contents, you know?
Yeah. But yeah, you're right. I just want to know if there's any yeah, we'll just copy this. We'll just copy this snippet here, and we'll kind of work through it together. So this is, we've already got the pixel installed. So basically so these events already exist. And so they didn't give us the code in here, which is a little bit annoying because they're making you fend for yourself on how to install them. But Caleb, you've got the thing pulled up. So I'm going to Slack you this code here. You go back into Go high level, and we'll just play around with the HTTP in there and the TikTok pixel helper. and see if we can't get these events to fire. Now, theoretically, what we're trying to do here is we're trying to differentiate people that hit our different website pages in our funnel with an event. Because these 3 events that we're basically going to try to track each mean that someone did something unique in our funnel that we care about. And once we have these firing, these 3 events, what's really cool is we can actually optimize our TikTok ads for these events. So if someone viewed the landing page, that might not be a really great, high converting event. But if they submitted a form and booked a call with us, that's a pretty high converting event. So we want TikTok to know when people do that. And then we want to also be able to optimize our ads for when people do that, right? And so that's what we're trying to do. So really what Caleb's going to do now is he's going to share his screen and go into the landing page where we want these events to fire. And we're going to add a little snippet of code that tells TikTok that this is the event that fires on that page, right? So, All right, Caleb, take it away.
Cool. Where did you send that?
Slack here. I'll send it right now.
Okay, cool.
We'll have to remove some of the contents in there, but the rest of it should be good.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Sweet. All right, so I'm going to snag that, come back over here, and let me share my screen really quick. All right. Cool. Okay, so we're back inside the funnel builder now, and now we can actually go ahead and install an event. So let's say that just like, for example, like our goal is, okay, after somebody like makes it past page 1, they hit like our booking step here and they're like, okay, hey, like we want to actually know that somebody made it to page 2, right? So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to actually edit and get like on the page itself so that we can actually edit our code here. Now, one of the things that's nice about Go High Level and ClickFunnels is that as soon as you go to a page, you can edit up here. If you click the settings button, you can add the tracking code. So they make it nice and easy for you to find. On different funnel builders, it's going to be in different places, but it's nice and easy here on Go High Level. So we'll click tracking code. We have this option here to edit to the header, and then we can paste. Now, when we've pasted this, you can see we have all of this additional content and things. This is from their like standard like training docs and things, and we don't necessarily need all of this. So what I'm going to do is literally, I'm going to get rid of basically all of the content stuff that's in the middle here. And I'm going to keep just up here up top the code that we need, which is this ttq.track/add to cart. And then the add to cart is the name of the event that we want to track. I believe, Dakota, you said that this one was like complete registration. If that's the standard code, I think. Or was it
completed? Yes. So no, complete registration is the standard code that it gives us in TikTok. And then we'll just want to put script brackets around it, and it should start changing colors for us.
There we go. Yep.
Beautiful.
Cool. So now we've got a really simple script here, ttq.track. And the only way that this works, remember guys, is if the actual header code is on the funnel, because basically when this script runs, it's going to be looking to communicate with that basically like global pixel that we installed on the master header, right? So if I go ahead and click save, this page is now going to have the tracking code installed, right? So if I go back here to tracking code, we'll see it's been installed.
Yes.
Cool.
And Caleb, the TikTok pixel helper, if you don't have it on this version of your Chrome, I just sent it to you in Slack. But if you do a quick download on that, we can actually check and see if our pixel is firing on this page.
Okay, cool. Let's do it. So what we're going to check out now, guys, I don't have it installed, so this is perfect. We're going to basically download the TikTok pixel helper to our Chrome browser. So if you guys have never used a pixel helper before, they're kind of a little bit of a hit or miss. As you can see here, this one's got 2 stars. So there's probably been some people that haven't had a really great time with it. However, with that said, it is what it is. You kind of got to work with it. So you can see there's 400,000 plus other people that are also messing around with this thing. So what it does is after we add this to Chrome, basically what it's going to do is it's going to allow us to test the events and see if stuff is actually firing properly. Okay, so TikTok pixel helper has been added to Chrome. Use extension by clicking the icon. Cool. We can go ahead and let me see here. TikTok pixel helper. I'll just pin it so that way we have it here in the training, and I'll open this. Okay, no TikTok pixel request detect. Okay, so
it doesn't show up for us, Caleb, just so you know. But it's probably because you're sharing your window and not.
Oh, okay, yeah. I can, if I share my screen with that. do it?
Yeah, it should fix it.
All right, so let me do the whole screen. Entire screen on TikTok picture. Okay, share. Okay, sweet. If I click this now,
Yep.
does that work?
Yep,
Okay.
good to go.
Awesome. All right, sweet. So now we have Chrome. We have the Chrome plugin installed, basically, right? So now what I've got to do is I've got to actually go wander over to my site, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm gonna open up this booking page here. I'm also going to turn off. Wait, I think it's already to remain paused on the site for every visit. Okay, perfect. So if I click refresh,
There we go.
Here we go, right? So TikTok is basically telling us, okay, cool. One pixel was found on vid.adclass.com. The Adclass pixel event they're going to give us a little warning here, was set up with Events Builder and has no rules yet, which means events may not be recorded when they happen. Go to Events Manager for setup. But what we can see here is that the page actually was tracked here and the complete registration event was logged here as well.
Yep.
Trigger have been set up as expected. So this to me tells me like, okay, awesome, great. So we have our master TikTok pixel that's been installed. It's detecting that, right? So that's the Adclass pixel and the ID here. And then it's also tracking our completed registration event. Now, of course, it's giving us a little bit of like some warnings in here. To be honest with you, even with Meta and Google, like I almost always have warnings popping up for whatever reason. Like they always have something that they want to tell you. But this to me is a great sign that we can say, okay, cool. What we installed, like the pixel helper is identifying. So if someone hits this page, it's going to send the completed registration request back to the pixel, which is what we have, what matters.
Yep. And I just checked the Events Manager and it did in fact send it back. So
amazing.
Success. I will share that right now. We're jumping around a little bit, guys, but you know what I always like to say is teamwork makes the dream work. So
teamwork makes the dream work, baby.
I wouldn't be able to do it without Caleb here. Okay, so going back into the Events Manager. So you can see here the complete registration event that he just added. It has fired once. So that is the way that you can check that. And here is that registration event. And what's cool is once data flows into it, it might not show me yet because it's one fire. And a lot of times they don't want to kind of like tell you where that person came from or any of that stuff. But eventually it will actually tell you what URLs these events are firing on. So you can kind of double check exactly where people are coming from when this event fires. So that's really nice. So there you go. That is how you install the event in the funnel. Now, we would take that same exact process with all of these other events, exactly what Caleb just did. Not page view. Page view is going to fire on every page regardless, but submit, form, and view content. These events we would want to add into our funnel wherever they're relevant. And then what's beautiful about this now is if we go back to our campaigns, we can go to our draft campaign. We can edit this. Go into the ad group and edit. Now I can actually click up here and I should be able to select my pixel. Let's see. Okay, it says I don't have any pixels. So let's troubleshoot that. Usually that's a permissions thing. So I'm going to go into the business center really quick. And I'm going to go in here.
With the proper ad account.
Yeah, and I'm going to go into basically the... Let's see, pixels. Here we go. Interesting. So that's saying add pixel. So let's see if we can put the pixel ID in there. It's kind of interesting that it did that since I created it in the advertising account, but
not the best user experience.
No, you can, although, which ad platform is, they all make you jump through hoops like this. It's for a pixel that does not belong. Make sure you receive. Yeah. Okay. That's interesting. Link assets. Let's link the Adclass ad account. Okay. So now I've got that added there. Let's double check and see after I refresh this page if it lets us add that in. Still not giving me the option, unfortunately.
Yeah. It might take a second. Now that we shared it.
Let's see. Go back to events here, see if there's a different type of share button somewhere.
Yeah. It's so funny that like you can make a pixel inside the business manager and then it doesn't count it as being shared with the business manager.
Yeah, half of media buying is figuring out bugs like this, which is, you got to be a problem solver. Okay, settings, event setup, funnel setup, events API, partner platform, event builder. change log. We definitely have it created. We're definitely inside of our ad account. So very interesting. Now let's see, because if I just go to the pixel page, it might give me the option to create an ad with the pixel, which would be funny.
Yeah.
Create ad. Let's see what it does when I do that. Let's do website conversions. Just get to this page.
Yeah.
Select pixel. Yeah, so we're having an issue because this is we created the pixel within here and it's not loaded. I literally was just on the pixel page and said, create me please an ad with this pixel, and it says, okay. And then
it's so strange too, because it's saying right there, maybe members.
Maybe it's my permissions. Yeah.
Yeah, assign new member.
Like, yes, I need to add myself to it. Aha, I bet that will be the fix. Let's go back into campaigns. Let's edit our draft campaign.
Sweet.
I bet yeah.
It's always a permissions thing, dude.
Dude, even though it let me create it, it won't let me use it because I didn't add myself to it. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Website, pixel, still.
That's so weird, dude.
Still nothing. All right.
Okay, so
we're gonna fix this together.
Yeah, we are. So it's been shared with you. It's been shared with the ad account. Has it been shared like with the page by chance? I don't know. Like, let me try to think.
Well, that's a good question. So pixels, we have our ad class pixel, link assets. We have our ad class 1 advertiser account. Members, I'm on there. I can edit the pixel. That's the only thing I can do. Partners, I don't think we need it to be shared with a partner.
No.
Because we own that. So then if I go in here to edit the pixel, we see that it's firing. Actually, that's in a different account. Ad class pixel. It's firing our events.
Yeah.
That's an interesting one. That's an interesting bug that should not happen.
Yeah, it's strange because it's like, it's just basically the one problem is it's not letting you add it to the ad set. Like, not everything's working.
Yeah, because then we can actually test the pixel too. Oh, it wants me to do a QR code.
Oh, and yeah.
But it's like it's firing. So that's the interesting part. And it's added in our business center.
And
but
you
it
shared
is
it with
not. Yeah, but it is not letting me use it. Shared by you. You have shared this pixel with other accounts. Well, this is going to be an anticlimactic ending because I want to add this here.
Yeah, no, we're going to figure it out, dude. We're going to figure it out.
All right, so website conversions, campaign name, and continue. Website, select pixel. You haven't created any pixels. The funny part is this is where I clicked to create the pixel.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then I go here and it's like, hey, here's your pixel. It might be a lag in just that there's no data firing, honestly. But
that honestly very well could be it.
Because it says no recent activity, even though, we've, oh, there you go. Here's part of it. Pixel not match.
Advanced mode match.
That might have
so
something
funny.
to do with it.
It's cool though that it's firing. We just gotta figure out why the ad set's not letting it come in.
Well, I think that account with pixel access, add class 1. Yeah, once you have linked a pixel with an account, they can use it.
Strange. Maybe can you search, or is it just gonna say maybe if you type in the search bar Adclass? No. It's so crazy, dude. It doesn't make any sense.
This is part of the reason why TikTok is a new platform, if you can't tell, because they can't quite figure out some of the user experience stuff. What I
Yep.
think is probably the best course of action would be to create another pixel and see if that loads in there. But obviously, we've already done one.
And I'll tell you guys also, like, from firsthand, and our team has said this too, is like chatting into like TikTok ad support is like
not
basically pointless. So
yeah. Let's see if
so
we can't create one more and see if it at least gives us the option. So I'm creating the pixel inside of the Adclass ad account.
yeah.
I just want to know, like, okay, now the pixel is made. I'm going to skip this step. I'm going to use custom code. I'm just going to pretend that we already set it up. Push finish.
Yeah.
I just want to know, is it going to give me the option to throw it on my ads or not? It should regardless, right? But but I think there's definitely a hole here. Yeah, see, there's just something weird with TikTok.
Can you try it in a new
permissions.
campaign as well?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do next. Let's create one new ad campaign and see if it gives us any options. So custom mode. We want to do website conversions because that's what uses the pixel.
Yep.
No. So interesting. All right, TikTok. We tried to do you a favor today and show the people at home how easy it is to set up TikTok conversions, but you didn't want
what's
that.
funny is, like, literally it's created, it's in the account, it's installed on the website, we installed the event, we tracked it, and it's testing, but like the last step of like adding it to the ad set, it's like TikTok is like, no, it doesn't
they're
exist.
like, actually, we don't want you to use the pixel. So what's funny is even like right here in the ad set area where I select a pixel, if I click the create new pixel button, it takes me to the page where my pixel is. It's literally right here. Like, I don't want to create one. Lord. I just want to use the one that I have. So you know what? I'm going to go down the rabbit hole a little bit more because the people at home probably were like, let's at least try to solve this. So TikTok pixel not showing up ad set. All right, here we go. New pixel not showing up is an option for TikTok ads. Let's see. Same here. Did you find a fix? No, nobody found a fix. Conversion pixel not showing. You have to connect the pixel to the ad account. Well, we did that.
Yep.
Business settings, data sources, pixels, ad assets. Yep, that's exactly what we did.
Yep.
But let's revisit it one more time.
I wonder if it's what you said and it just like needs time. Like, it's very possible that it just needs time to like populate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's added to the ad account right here, Adclass 1. That's the ad account that we are in. So we did that. Let's just go down one or two more. Oh, that's Facebook. I mean, that's the problem. And they had that same issue. Yeah, it's almost got to be that then, Caleb, that there's no data yet. But unfortunately, I think it kind of speaks to the bugginess of new ad platforms. So stuff like this does happen from time to time, especially when they change UI and permissions, because ultimately, it could also be, for whatever reason, I'm logged in as this. I don't know.
Oh, dude, that might be it.
Let me see. I mean, I think it's my normal login, but let's see if see if I can add more members to this. Assign a new member. I mean, I'm on there. That's ID is 16692 and then 530 at the end.
Maybe like where am I? I was gonna say maybe just invite like everyone that's in the business manager.
Yeah. Very interesting. All right. Well, you guys know how to create the pixel at least. We're gonna at least have a small win this Friday, which is that you know how to create a pixel and add assets to it. Hopefully you have better luck with actually getting it to show in your ad account. There might be a couple of issues here. Number one, we did verify this ad account, but we've never run traffic out of this specific ad account. So, there might be something there. Also, the pixel's brand new, so it might not be showing up for that reason as well. But at the end of the day, the way we did it here is exactly how you should set up the pixel. I'm gonna look for some solutions, and we'll update with a Loom video on the video if we find one. But at the end of the day, the process that we followed today is exactly the process you'll want to follow if you're creating the TikTok pixel, creating the events, and throwing it on the funnel. What I will say, a TikTok business manager is a little bit elementary. And so if you ever ask people why they don't go all in on TikTok ads, there's going to be a few reasons. Number one is what we just experienced today, which is bugginess, where it's going to take me another hour or two to figure out even why that didn't work. The process that has worked for me 100 times before didn't work today. Number two, they're going to say, my ads just keep getting disapproved and I don't know why. And that's because the TikTok moderation team is pretty small and there's a lot of mistakes that happen there. And number three, it's probably going to be that the quality of conversions isn't typically as good as people see on Meta or YouTube. So beware, buyer beware. TikTok ads have a learning curve. And if you can get through the humps that it will surely show you, like you're definitely going to run into some stuff like what I just ran into today. If you can get through all of that, you'll get to a place where potentially TikTok could be a profitable platform for you.
Yep, for sure. Thanks for joining, guys. Like we said, we basically were like at the finish line there. It's literally just the only step missing really is kind of just getting it onto the actual ad set. But it's on the website. The event's firing. We got the plugin installed. It's definitely firing. We can see the data. So yeah, we'll update you guys here in the group if we're able to see like what the issue for that bug was. But also the last thing I'll say is that this also just speaks to the fact that this is live, right? This isn't like a pre-recorded. This isn't a pre-recorded YouTube video that we've chopped up and just like gave you all the best sweet spots. Like we're actually coming onto this live and trying to answer you guys' questions in real time. So yeah, this speaks to the truth of that and the transparency in that. And yeah, we'll update in the group as soon as we get the pixel to actually show up in the actual ad set. So thanks for coming out and hanging, and we'll catch you guys next Friday.
Peace.